Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting installment of Life is But a Dream with the Makhs. My name is Makhetha.
And I'm Makhetha.
And somebody that we're going to introduce you to today is somebody that you do not know. However, because we look so much alike, this is why I'm so handsome and she's so beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Palesa, Big Popo, Makhetha. What's up, fam?
What up?
Popo.
And this is part 2 of our in-law conversation.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So, today, guys, we're talking about Rakgadi, guys.
Rakgadi.
Rakgadi is in the building.
Rakgadi's here.
It's about to get real. It's about to get spicy. But it's going to be so good. You ready to get into it?
Yeah.
You ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it.
It was the summer of 2008. She said, a booty couple at a prom with a date. Now raise it last 10 years of matrimonial cake. We celebrate. Now we're stronger together, never better. Go-getters, trendsetters, Black Panthers, the anthem. We the Makhs and we only getting better, ayy.
Life is but a dream.
So family, as we said, Rakgadi in the family.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of this conversation, you're gonna fall in love with Popo. She's a vibe. She's cool.
A whole vibe.
She is a sister to me. We're sisters. You
Absolutely.
know? But sis, it hasn't always been like this. You know?
No.
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 So when I met Lerato, ne, I mean, you guys are still best friends.
Yeah.
But he didn't have me as a best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys were each other's best friends
Well, just
from
for some-
birth.
Well,
you know?
no, just for some context.
Yeah.
So my sister and I, before I got married,
Yeah.
was the closest we had ever been.
Yeah.
So what happened was when I think it was from just before she fell pregnant with her child.
It was when I felt
It
pregnant.
was when she fell pregnant with her
the
child.
pregnancy.
Then, like, you know what I mean? We were thick as
Yeah.
thieves and whatever. And from then, we had, like, real conversations,
Yeah.
honest, and, you know, a big bond grew between the two of us. And then in came Mede.
So
Yeah.
what's interesting though is in came me and we really hit it off.
At first?
At first you liked me.
Well, I liked you enough. I didn't dislike you. I wouldn't say hit it off, but I just think
I
that...
thought you loved me.
No. Let me explain.
It's like, let me explain.
I liked you, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
say hit it off. But I think that just as a family, we
Yeah.
are very open, we are very welcoming. So
Yeah.
I related to you like I would any of Lerato's other girlfriends.
So before we continue,
What
what
other
other girlfriends?
I mean-
so,
That was before.
I know what you're talking about. There were no other girlfriends before.
Basically.
So interesting. So what was your first impression?
I liked Peto. I liked Peto. I definitely didn't think she was your type.
That's interesting.
But I
I
liked
think maybe
you
you
as
told
a
her.
person.
I think maybe you told me that.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't think you were his
Watch
type.
it.
Firstly, you couldn't sing.
I died. Oh my gosh! Why are we doing this? We
Firstly,
should just cancel this.
This show is about to get lit.
Firstly, you couldn't sing. Secondly,
Yeah.
complexion-wise, he's always liked fair-skinned women. Yes,
Okay.
but
Really?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to name them?
No.
Yeah, he's always liked fair-skinned women, but then
Yeah.
also you were really skinny. So as much as he
Oh.
liked petite women,
Yeah.
they were still curvaceous.
Hey, this conversation is going south.
And you had braces, but I thought you were nice. This wasn't
Yeah.
a judgment against you as a person.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect you for him.
Sure.
Okay.
But I liked you.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes, but I liked you as a person.
Was I not
I
like a
love the
breath of fresh
honesty.
air? Like,
I don't know if I would say
Okay.
you were just a nice girl.
My wife is digging herself like this grave.
The
She's
thing
digging
is,
it.
sis, I think
So-
you know that me, I'm honest.
Yes.
I'm honest. So
Okay.
not a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Just you were just who my brother liked, and you were nice, and
and
were
you liked
friendly.
me because he liked me.
And I liked you as a person. I liked
Okay.
you. I liked you, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And so, when would you say you guys actually started to have a relationship that warranted an opinion? Does it make sense? Like that warranted, like, oh, okay, this is where Gibeling Muto, like I'm kind of feeling like ABC. You know, because somebody who's just there is like, you don't have an opinion on them. You're just like, yeah, nah.
True.
So when would you say that really started for you, when you started like forming an opinion, and how long into our relationship?
I don't know the length of period, but I think when there were conversations of Lorato's gonna move back home because Lorato wants to get married, so Lorato's gonna move back home and he's gonna sell his car,
money.
and she's gonna move in down the road
Yeah.
from home. That's when I knew that, okay, this is real. This is happening.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, and at the time, remember I was dating that other guy.
Yeah, that guy.
With the L.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. The casino
and
guy.
we was anyway. Yeah, that one.
That one.
They put you
The
on-
mafia guy.
Put you got them paid.
That one.
Yeah.
And we used to spend time together, but
Sure.
like I think at some point I realized that you would stay. Yeah.
Sure.
That's when I realized. And then the Rato was there every day, and I wasn't seeing him as much. And then my relationship broke down, so there were no more double dates.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's when I realized that
Yeah.
okay, she's staying, because you guys made like big intentional life moves.
Moves,
Yeah, you made moves. You don't just talk about it.
Did you at any point feel like I was taking him away from you? Because I know that you're very mature in your thinking and you're not petty or
no.
anything. So
No.
I'm wondering if this has ever been
I
an
never
issue.
felt you were taking him away from me, but I still felt the loss.
Sure.
But I didn't feel like you were ever uncomfortable with our relationship or the closeness of it. But now I had to share him, and I definitely, a part of me resented that.
Sure.
I'm wrong or right.
Sure.
But it wasn't. I didn't feel some type of way towards you. I didn't feel like you were trying to tear us apart, but I felt torn away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember, sis, like we went through a period where we were just not getting along. Like we just didn't like each other.
Except we weren't not getting along like openly. We never argued. We never fought. It was like a cold war.
Like
Tension. Yes.
But and we never spoke about it, and I don't know how it started, and I can't tell you how it ended.
I know how
I
it
think we had a
ended.
conversation. Ne?
I know how it ended. How it ended was your husband
Okay.
came to me and
Yeah.
said, "You're my sister. That's my wife.
Yeah.
Both of y'all aren't going anywhere."
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
He said had the same conversation with you.
Yeah,
He was like,
he
"That's my
did.
sister. You're my wife.
I remember.
Y'all both aren't going anywhere." And I
Yeah.
remember it was after he'd come to see me at a friend's place in
and I
North
sat in
Riding.
the car.
Yes. And it was just like, and I was just like, well, I don't want to see you anywhere. And he was like, Mana, listen.
And then I get into Coco.
And he was like, I can't help you. I can't help her. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Literally. And I don't remember
So-
if we had a conversation, but we got over it.
I think we had a conversation after that, and we were just very honest
About the fact that if
Yeah.
you hadn't married Lerato, you and I probably wouldn't have chosen each other as friends, but now we're here.
Yeah, I think we had that conversation.
We had that conversation.
Jeez. But I think, sis, what also happened when I Popo, I think we went through like a phase of acceptance where we really, because we're so different,
Even now.
right? But we're very different. But I think we accepted each other for who we are, and that's why we love each other so much now, because we know that we're different.
Very different.
But we can love each other through our differences and our,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
What would you say has been the most surprising thing to you about my wife after all these years? So you obviously had an opinion once upon a time, and now you're like, oh, actually I used to think this and now I think this, and vice versa, baby.
Peto, is definitely always striving to preserve your relationship with your family, your relationship with her family, and your pride. She is, that doesn't happen by mistake.
Sure.
This woman, in every choice she makes, she asks herself how she preserves her husband's pride and how she protects him and how she protects your family unit. And that's something I've seen, that she does that in action every day. There are situations that she could have brought to light that could have left her family at odds with you, but she chose to come to your family because she knew we could forgive you for it.
Woo!
Sure.
That's amazing.
Sure.
So you're waiting for her to stop preaching.
So you think I'm amazing?
I think you're absolutely amazing.
sis,
I've always
I love
I've
you.
always told Lerato that he'd be a damn fool to lose you because Umuputi, like honestly, when you guys met, Lerato has always been handsome,
Yeah.
but he couldn't dress. He wasn't well put together. He wasn't.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Because it's the truth.
He wasn't, and
Yeah.
you literally mined the greatness out of him. You saw it before he did. You saw it. I think I saw it as well, but I couldn't mine it out of him. You literally put in the work, you know, and there are things that you have done and steps that you've taken and commitments that you've made that you've never told anyone about because you want to protect him. That I think a lot of other women would just be like, I ain't her. Even me, I ain't her. I ain't her.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Pedro. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Yeah.
value you for that and I love you for that because you literally wake up every day and you're like, how am I going to love this man and just you represent him.
No,
but-
Motamudi.
Hey, Motamudini.
So I think for me,
Motamudini, guys.
so I think for me, I've learned that Popo is very loving and very kind. I think when I came into the family, I didn't get you because you are so, I think you're so honest and sometimes it can come across as brash, you know, and I think I also couldn't handle it. I was just like, yo, batong. You know, and I think also because I can be very sensitive. And you know, sometimes Popo's honesty would be offensive.
Sure.
You know, but I think over the years I learned that you're very kind and you're very loving. And when you do speak the truth, it's not to break someone down. It's just to really communicate it in a way that a lot of people aren't very honest. You know, and I think we also do it, you know, what's the word? Like by not being honest.
Absolutely.
You know, and you thinking that you are helping somebody by not, you know, being honest. But I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
You know, and you've always been very honest with me. And I think we've got a very solid relationship.
Definitely.
You know, it's healthy.
Definitely.
I think we are sisters.
Yeah.
You know, we know that we are different, but we're definitely sisters. You know.
I definitely refer to you, to
Yeah.
everyone. Whenever I speak about you, I don't refer to you as my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I refer to you as my sister-in-love.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she married into the family, but she is my sister.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing, there's no in-law thing about it. Like, she's
Yeah.
literally my sister.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
So guys, what Rakgadi aren't all bad, hey?
We aren't all bad.
Look, I value you guys. I
Yeah.
value this relationship that you guys have.
Oh,
I think it's
babe.
made a lot of things very easy for me
Yeah.
in navigating life because this is the thing, and like we spoke about in our previous installment, you know, it is really up to the man to manage that relationship and to make sure that there's peace as much as possible. There was a survey that went out. And we saw the results, and they had interviewed thousands of men, and they asked them one question. They said, what is the one thing you value in your home more than anything else? And the resounding answer was peace.
Yeah.
Every man wanted peace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys are able to do this and to find each other
Yeah.
at some point, it means so much to us men. So if you've got a brother out there who, you
Yeah.
know, you're not getting along with that, put in the work, man. Put in the
Yeah.
effort. Guys, some of these things just happen. Some people just hit it off.
Yeah.
And then others, they really have to put in the work. And I appreciate that you
Yeah.
did that. I appreciate that you
Yeah.
took
You
us.
didn't give me a choice.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't. But
But baby, can
Yeah.
I also say something though? I also think that the relationship also evolved. I think you and Popo also found each other again.
True.
Because I think also like after you and I meeting, because also when people meet, like we want to be in each other's space all the time, you know, like you didn't really have time for all your other relationships, but then as we grew in love and in marriage, you also reconnected, you know, with some of the people in your life, and you and Popo are now closer than you know, you're as close as you were before.
I will say this, you know? Though I think you and I as well, as much as Pedro and I had tension at some point, there was a point where you'd been married a bit, and I just felt like you were like the guru,
Jesus,
like you are the Messiah, like, literally. I'm just like, how now you're judging me, now you're telling me your relationship's not working because you're giving off a desperate energy. I'm like, what? Because you married now, you know? You know, but I'm grateful for that as well, because at some point relationships need to evolve. And we need to evolve, you know, and I think that you're getting married and taking that step and becoming as responsible as you had to become as a married man. You kind of pulled me along with you. There was resistance from my end. Hell yeah, I was just like, I'm sorry, like I've always been like this, you know. But I found that we reconnected when we began to align again, you know, we in what it is to be responsible, what it is to be accountable, what is priority. You, it was a wife and children, me, it was my daughter, you know what I mean? So I think you're stepping into that also just shone a light on the areas in which I was lagging behind and really just dropping the ball.
Sure.
You know, so I think that now we are where we are because we've become grown-ups. So yes, we were close before, but we were kids. And then you became a grown-up, and I was still a kid. And that's why we butted heads. And then I became a grown-up, and then we became grown-ups together.
Amazing.
So that's amazing.
So final word, what would you like to say to people out there that are struggling to navigate that relationship?
And to Rakgadi.
Yeah, and I'm specifically speaking about Rakgadi who have this dynamic, because it's common, right? It's the guy, the boy in the house. This is the one that everybody depends on, everybody looks up to, whatever, and there's just that tension. You know what I mean? What do you want to say, just as a
I think before I speak to Rakgadi, I think can I speak to my brothers who have sisters and are married?
Cool.
I think the beginning of that healing starts with him drawing the line.
Sure.
With him demanding that his sister be respected, with him demanding that his wife be respected by his sister.
Sure.
I think that's why this healed, because you demanded it. As for us, Rakgadi, I don't know, man. I don't remember where I read it or where I heard it, but I'm gonna say it loosely. Paraphrase it. But you need to be suspicious of anyone who sows division in the family. Sure. And I think that that's from all sides, be it the wife, be it the Rakgadi, be it the brother. So if you're that person who's sowing division, I think be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself about that, and ask yourself if that's the thing that you want to be in the family unit, and really just humble yourself, you know. And it really does start with accountability and responsibility and integrity. That woman could be you. Put yourself in her shoes. Wow. Step outside of what she's taking from you and really just look at her as a human being. Sure. What does she bring into your brother's life? Is what you're doing loving him? Are you loving him by doing what you're doing to this woman? Just engage with how you can love him differently by loving the woman that he loves. Get over yourself, basically. Get over yourself.
Guys, you see the crop. The crop. It's the crop, guys. It's the crop.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Popo. Thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate you. You're amazing. Listen,
Before
guys.
Popo
Popo has an incredible radio show.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Popo has an incredible podcast.
Yes.
Please tell the people about it.
Please tell the people.
Okay, so I have a podcast called Married to Me with Popo. It's on the Your Media network, Your Media SA on Instagram. Yourmedia.coza is the website. Your Media SA on Facebook. I go live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and my podcast comes out on Thursdays on all big podcast networks. What are they
networks?
Called? Platforms.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put all of the links.
Yeah.
Below, guys. So check out the links below. She's powerful. She has really great conversations.
And she's very smart.
It's quite incredible. Go check it out. If you're sensitive, don't.
It's not for you.
It's not for you, guys. It's not for you. You know, no, but really, it's listen. You know, if you've got an open mind and you just want to listen in on conversation that you want to have an opinion on, go check it out. Go check it out. It's not a space for sensitive people, but it's definitely a space where conversations are being had that are not being had on other platforms. We're not having these conversations on our platforms. So, okay.
And this
has been another incredible installment of Life is But a Dream with the Makhs. Guys, please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, and turn on your notification bell to know every time we upload a new episode. One time, too real. Oh yes.
Love
Popo.
you. Bye.
Love you guys. Peace.